All right, this is section 4.3, applications of linear systems. So of course, these will be the word problems. All right, so here are the steps to solving an applied problem using a system of equations. First, you're going to read the problem carefully and look to see what information is given and what information needs to be found. Then you're going to assign a variable to any unknown values. Then you're going to write down your two equations using both variables. So of course there will be two unknowns, an x and a y, and two equations. And then you'll write the two equations using both variables. You'll solve the two equations using any method you want. You can use substitution or elimination. And then you'll state your answer and ask yourself, does it seem reasonable? And then check the answer in the original problem. All right, so let's look at example 1. It says, in a recent year, consumer sales of sports equipment were 307 million more for snow skiing than for snowboarding. Together, total equipment sales for these two sports were 931 million. What were equipment sales for each sport? All right, so we have two unknowns. So we will let one of the unknowns be, let's see, the two things we're looking for are snow skiing and snowboarding. So we'll let X be snow skiing, and we'll let Y be snowboarding. All right, it says consumer sales of those two sports together were 931 million. So we can say the two sports together, X plus Y, is 931 million. So that gives us one equation. And then it says 307 million more for snow skiing than for snowboarding. So that means the difference of the two sports is 307. Okay, so now we see that we have variables with the same coefficient and opposite signs. So I'm just going to go ahead and do elimination and add these two together. So we get 2x is equal to 1,238, and divide both sides by 2, and you get x is equal to 619. And then I can go back and plug that into either equation. So I will plug it into equation 1. So that would be 619 plus y equals 931. And you get 312. So y is equal to 312. So I will go back and state the answer. So X is snow skiing. So we'll say 619 million. And Y is snowboarding. So we'll say 312 million. And you can check your answer. The sum of 619 and 312. Does that equal 931? It does. The difference of the two, does that equal 307? And it does. So the answers would be here. All right, let's look at another one. For production of Jersey Boys, main floor tickets cost $127 and rear mezzanine tickets cost $97. Club members spent a total of $3,150 for 30 tickets. How many tickets of each kind did they buy? All right, so again, we have two unknowns. We have main floor tickets and we have mezzanine tickets. So we will let X be the main floor tickets. And we will let Y be the mezzanine tickets. And I have a habit of always making the X the most expensive thing and then the Y the least expensive thing, in case I have to find the difference between the two, and you always want to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. So I always do it that way. All right, so it says the main floor tickets cost $127 and the rear mezzanine tickets cost $97. Club members spent a total of $31.50 for 30 tickets. All right, so the amount of the main floor tickets plus the amount of the mezzanine tickets, or I'm sorry, I should say the number of main floor tickets plus the number of mezzanine tickets is a total of 30 tickets. So that gives us one equation. Now we're going to put in the cost for each. So the main floor tickets are $127, so I'll write 127x. And the mezzanine tickets are $97, so I'll write 97y. And the total cost will be $31.50. All right, so now if I want to do this let's do this one by substitution. Okay, so I'll solve one of the variables or one of the equations for one of the variables. Let's say I solve this one for x. All right, then equation 1 would be x is equal to 30 minus y. And then I'll plug that into the opposite equation for x. So 127 times 30 minus y plus 97y is equal to 31.50. Distribute and get 38.10 minus 127y plus 97y equals 31.50. Combine like terms, 38.10 minus 30y equals 31.50. And then subtract 38.10 from both sides. Get negative 660. And y is equal to 22. All right, so then I'll go back and plug that into the equation where I have solved for x. So that is equation 1, and it's x is equal to 30 minus y. Plug in y. X is equal to 30 minus 22, so x is equal to 8. All right, so let's go back up here. There are 8 main floor tickets. And there are 22 mezzanine tickets. And then you can check your answer by saying the amount of tickets is 30. So 8 plus 22 is 30. And then if I buy 8 tickets at $127, I'm just using my calculator, 127 times 8. And then I buy 22 tickets at $97, so plus 22 times 97, that is a total of $3,150. So we know we did it correctly.